Good morning. Hope you're really well. So thanks for joining me and Dorothy on this Saturday morning walk to chat. And I'll make no apologies. This is going to be quite a chat. See, I've obviously been lucky enough to relax over the last few days as Christmas has passed. I haven't been making many videos. But one thing that I want to share is my journey on YouTube so far and what I know it's done for me and why that the things I talk about and chat to you guys about and the comments I've received are sort of affirmed to myself that what I believed I would happen to my channel has happened. I'm sorry to ramble on. I don't script, as you know, as you'll sure find out if you've not seen many videos before. Just to talk from sort of my heart, with let the emotions guide what I speak about. And about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago now, we lost our Yorkshire Terrier, Poppy, of 14 years. And when she passed, Dorothy was about 18 months. And one thing I vowed to myself, knowing that a dog's time on this earth is relatively short compared to ours, and the grief and loss that you feel of losing a pet, I'm sure is no less than losing someone really close to you. But I made a promise to myself that I would take Dorothy for a walk every single day, if I'm about. And I have done. From rain, shine, snow, over the last 2.5 years. I've not missed a day, unless we've been away, or I've been away with work, which is very seldom. And a couple of times it's been terrible. Dorothy's turned round maybe twice. But in the week I tend to go for about 10-15 minutes at the weekends. I started coming for longer and longer. But the point now is I'm out anywhere between sort of over an hour to 2 hours. But being away from people and in the area I'm in, which is pretty much just scrubland, where there's nobody, no human distractions other than planes, and if the wind's blowing in the right direction I can just about hear the trains, the M6 traffic. But being out in nature with no distractions, you'll start to see nature in its true nature. And there's beauty in so much. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at the beauty there. Cobwebs. Just dew on them. But it's everywhere. It's everywhere if you take the time to look and be still. And as I was starting to look for the beauty more and more, on every walk. It started to give me a certain peace, and knowing that what I was doing for myself felt really good. Just nice good. It improved my mood to the point where I was able to sort of ignore events and happenings and start to see them what they really are. That's just learnings. And as I meditated daily, I was able to feel the peace and enjoy the peace in the body and mind. And I think that was pivotal. Some of my early videos, some of my recent videos, I talk about happiness, but it's what happiness is. And it's only recently that, I read stuff, tell you stuff, but there's a belief, and a thinking, and there's a knowing. And that knowing can only be from experience. It can. So when you start to experience the peace and this state that it's not really an emotion, I think I mentioned a week or two ago, peace isn't really emotion, it's a lack of other distractional emotions. It's your natural resting state. It's your true nature. It's who you're designed to be. And as that peace becomes ever sweeter, you start to cultivate it as often as you can in your daily life. And I still use affirmations to trigger that feeling. And I say feeling, there's a lack of feeling now, but I'll use the word feeling to describe it, because it is a feeling state, and we think of it as a feeling state. But I was able to view my world with a bit more clarity than previously I've been able to do. And I'm 54. So in the UK, I can retire and have access to my pension from 55. July this year. Unfortunately, I've been able to develop a decentish pension. Not lavish by any stretch of the imagination. So I was asking myself, I'm 55 soon, what would I like to do for the rest of my life? See, I've always worked pretty much entirely in engineering all through my life, and while I enjoy it, there's other things I want to do with my time. I love coming out of this one and getting a muddy and just watching how she enjoys just being her. So I was walking one day over the fields, and I'd had a chat to my son, my youngest son, the day before, and he was struggling with where he was, where he thought he should be, because a certain number. Madness. But understandable, because I have been there. I understand. So I decided to make a video. I hadn't got selfie stick like this. It was just to hold my camera and film myself, just trying to bring him some peace in his life. And he contacted me to say he found it really helpful. So I watched the video again myself, and I found it emotional, which is really strange. When your own words invoke pleasant emotions, when you listen to them, it does something to you. It filled my heart. So I thought I'll make another video. So I did. I reviewed it, and again, it's almost like a journal of my thoughts and my understandings of my own journey. And if any tips and tricks and bits of wisdom that I pick up on my own journey can help you guys. See, the world tries to knock us all down. It does a very good job. All we hear is fear. All we see is competition, turmoil. And when you're... Here we go. On deck, Dorothy, this side. Go into the woods. Yeah, let's go into the woods. So when you're faced with all that negative input, it's hard to find peace. And we're bombarded with this society and what society believes is success for us. And you have a lot of deprogramming to do, but we can't unlearn. So the only thing we can do is to almost program how we've been programmed, which is to force feed yourself positivity. And it will feel a little strange, and you'll feel self-conscious. You won't want to do it around other people. I didn't listen to the videos aloud about affirmations around my wife. But when you start to believe that these practices will change you and your world, the way you see the world, then when you feel the change happening, it becomes a knowing. And when you know something works, you just know it does. So I know I can ride a bike. I know I can drive a car. I know I can play a bass guitar. Because I've practiced all those things physically. Now, I believe I could fly a plane. I was in the air training corps as a child and spent quite a few hours in chipmunk planes doing aerobatics with a pilot, of course, up front. And I believe I could fly a plane, only a small one. But I don't know I can fly a plane. Yeah. If I flew a plane once, even for a short time, it'd be a knowing, not a belief. When you get to that place, you just know that you're meant to be peaceful. We're meant to be peaceful and dancing and singing to our world song that we decide to put on and play at any moment. Life just sweetens. And I keep saying this, but you've got to live for you. See, I have 5 children. And I talked to some of them about this stuff, and while they're receptive to it, they might practice it occasionally because sort of partial beliefs there. They don't carry it out consistently, and that's such a vital part. Yeah, it's all right knowing that you could say affirmations and they'll impart certain beliefs and strengthen certain beliefs within you, in your subconscious. But you've got to do them at least daily. I now say some choice affirmations dozens of times throughout the day. And I've been working with a younger guy for a couple of months now, whose only issue really is that he isn't where he thinks he should be, and it's caused him great angst. It has, bless him. And when we've met, this is a guy, by the way, that's not closed-minded at all. He practices, knows of Wim Hof breathing techniques, and he's even experimented with psychedelics. So he knows that his natural state is one of, or should be one of, peace. And he's described to me some of his trips, if you like, where Mother Nature becomes entangled with the person. Fascinating, I'm sure. But similar experiences can be drawn in your natural state without any help from drugs or chemicals. Beautiful down here. Not been down for a few months. In the summer months it becomes impassable because of the bramble. Beautiful. Beautiful round. And there's just beauty everywhere. Just be still. The robin following us. And when you are still, you'll see drops of rain fall. You see birds bob along. You won't just see them, you'll notice them and just enjoy the beauty. And that just imparts the knowing that you are peaceful. There. See, I told you I was going to rattle on. But the more videos I do, and the more I watch myself, not in a horrible, strange way, the more I listen to myself and listen to the words I'm saying, it sort of helps me define the clearer path to me. And sometimes when I'm walking out, I walk past a certain silver birch, its bark's peeled away in such a beautiful way, and it reminded me of a card I received some years ago, which sort of said, happiness is not a destination, it's a direction. I'm out of breath now. Just climbed up there. Sitting down for 2-3 days. And when you embrace that, I realise that if you're waiting for things and events to bring you happiness, you're beholden to external events. So you've got to apologise for my heavy breathing. And I walked up there for a while. But when you realise that everything is energy, your energy, and you have control of your energy, that you won't need to look in the external for peace and happiness. You'll find it within yourself, and that you can cultivate that at a moment's notice. And when you know that happiness is within yourself, why wouldn't it be happy and peaceful? And as you find yourself in this pleasant state more and more often, you'll find more and more pleasant things to make it more pleasant. And you won't need the external world or things and events to happen to come into your life. Make you peaceful and happy. But my relatively short journey on YouTube, 6-7 months, about 110 videos, it's literally changed my world for the better. I get real joy from knowing that some of these practices and advice I've given have helped, even in a small way. I'm still learning, and as I said before, I used to have a wide array of subjects that I used to read about, watch, but I find the most fascinating one is yourself. And all the stuff I did, all the engineering, Victor Schauberger, Nikola Tesla, it's all based with this stuff. That stuff's nature. We all work on that blueprint. Oh, it's a slippery round here. Which way are you going, Doz? Which way are you going? Up the top? Or are you going to go through? You're not going to go through there. Come on, this way, up here. I think you'd have learned. But yeah, we're all made the same stuff. Nature. And if you're trying to manipulate it to use, to assist in automating and making the process similar, or you use it to bring peace into your world. And there's many moments you can possibly do on a daily basis. It doesn't matter. But those learnings, the understandings of lots of Tesla and Victor Schauberger's work around vortexes and energy, and that everything is ultimately energy. And there is nothing else. So look after your energy. Spend time on yourself. Accept that where you are now is where you are. And you only know what you can know. So you can only be where you are. But accept that your resting state is peaceful. Just practice 1 or 2 moments a day where you just don't do anything. And just be. Focus on your breath. Let it fill your heart. Take a big smile, let out a sigh, and know that peace is for your good. Well, bye bye now. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. Take it easy now. Bye bye.